This one's for the girls. Hi, guys, and welcome to a Produce 101 Japan, the Girls Podcast. We're your hosts, Aneesa and Robbie, and we're so happy to be back to give you guys our thoughts and opinions on Produce 101 Japan, Season 3, The Girls. What a title. What are your thoughts on everything thus far, Aneesa? Are you excited, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good season.
My turn. um, I'm excited. I don't really have any expectations. I don't really know a lot of the contestants. I know there's like two or three famous ones, but even that, I'm just like, eh. But I'm excited to see, you know, see what's
Mhm.
going on. So we have our top 11s, and I think you have more information on the girls than I do. I watch all the PRs. I'm like, okay, great. I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I did research a few of the girls, but I kind of forgot a lot of the information. So I'll just talk as I remember. And then
Sure.
anyone in the comments, they can feel free to add more details. Some of them are well-known celebrities, but a lot of them are like unknown. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll share my top 11 first, and then I'll share my favorite PR videos right away. So here's my current top 11 in
Okay.
no order except for the top two. So first I have Akiyama Ema.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think she was a celebrity or influencer or anything at all before coming to the show. Immediately when I saw her promotional photos, I
Hmm.
was like, I like her. I like her face. And I noticed when I was like looking up some TikTok videos about her, a lot of people were like, oh, she kind of looks like Richie in some angles and in some photos. And I'm just like, wow, look at that. Look at that.
You have a
Yeah.
type.
Yeah, I do. I do. So in her PR video, she was the one who was wearing the red beret and she was like speaking French.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
What's the next one? Next girl.
No. Are you still listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm putting together like my top on my phone.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
then number two, I have Ishii, and so she's one of the highly anticipated ones because she used to be in a J-pop group called Girls Girls,
Oh,
which
okay, they were talking about her.
yeah. And I love that group. And I remember when she left, but I don't know the members individually in that group. I just love that group as a whole. So that's why I'm
Hmm.
just like, okay, if she's in that group, she's gonna be a really good dancer because that group
Oh,
is filled with really talented dancers, like really energetic. So yeah, I'm not sure why she left the group and then like came back on this show, but she's here, so I'll be voting. Well, we can't vote, but I'll be rooting for her. Yeah.
yeah.
Number three, I think is like the most popular trainee right now is Kasahara Momona,
Really pretty.
who, yeah, she's gorgeous. And she was in Hello Project or Anger Me Subunit, something like that. I've heard
Hmm.
a few of their songs, but I'm not like a crazy fan compared to like Girls Girls. Yeah, I like her. I watched her PR video, I watched her fan cam, and I was like, I see why people like her. Like she's definitely charming. Number four, Kano Miyu. And the funny thing about her is that she was actually on Girls Planet, but when I put her in my top 11, I didn't know she was on Girls Planet. I just watched her fan cam and I saw her PR video, not the video, the photos, and I was like, "Oh, she's gorgeous. I like her." So I put her in and then I watched her PR video and then she was like talking about how she was on Girls Planet and I was like, "Oh, wow, crazy." She was in the Oh My Girl team, the ones who were all black, but
Oh,
and she ranked like bottom in the Japanese training. She was J33 at the end. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. Well, I noticed you now, so I'll be rooting for you.
nice.
Yeah, five is a center, Sakura Miyu. I've known her since NiziU Project, so but like she didn't make it to season two NiziU Project anyways. And I wasn't
Hmm.
really watching her on Girls Planet, but I like her center vibes in this show. So I'm just like, okay, I
Really?
like you. Yeah, because I feel like she's really elegant. Like they're clearly, I feel like they're clearly trying to recreate something like Eyes and she fits that. So that's why I'm like, okay, I can see this.
Hmm.
Six, six Kato Kokoro, who was the member from Cherry Bullet, who left or got kicked out. I don't know what they did. I don't know the T for that. Um, yeah, I like her PR video. I like her smile. She's really pretty. So I was like, okay, this is great. I'll put her in here. I don't care if it's a lot of popular ones in here because I was looking back and I'm like, they're popular for a reason. They're pretty and talented, so it makes sense. And they have the
Mhm.
charisma, so it makes sense. Number seven, Kato Kagura. I watched her, I watched her, there's like a few viral posts about her. I watched that video before those viral posts and I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna be the one. She's gonna be the one. She's really cute. Her dancing is terrible, but it's cute. It's cute. That's what
Mhm.
matters. Eight, Ando Chiharu. I literally put her there because she was drop dead gorgeous. I was like, this girl's too beautiful. I have to see her stage to see how she is. The bottom three, I put them here because I like their PR videos a lot, which I'll get into later. So Ebihara Suzumi, and well, I'll talk about it later. She's number nine. Number 10, Takami Ayane, and then number 11, Nakamori Kotone. Yeah. I mean, we haven't even got one episode yet, so
Yeah.
things
Can
will
change.
yeah, things can change, but I feel good about these people. It just depends on what stage they give me. But I feel like
Mhm.
once I choose my one pick, I'm just dead set. So I feel
Mhm.
like Akiyama Ema, I feel like she's going to stick on me because she I just like her face and then her personality in the video was really good and she has like a really tall posture and I was like okay
Mhm.
this is really good, this is really good, and her hair is like a pretty length too. It's like medium short, medium long here. I'm just like this is gorgeous. Anyways, yeah, what do
No,
you
man.
think? I guess you don't know them because we just
No, but I like it. I like your enthusiasm, and I'm just excited to be here.
yeah, yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. I don't think my top
Nice.
two will change at all, at
Oh,
all.
that's well,
We'll see. Okay,
I
so
love it.
I'll talk about my top five PR
Hmm.
videos briefly.
Hmm.
And like these three at the bottom, Ebihara, Takami, Nakamori, and why they reach my top 11. I made a photo so that we can like see their faces here.
You're so prepared. I
Yeah,
love it.
for me, it's also easier to remember if I see visuals. Like I can put a face with their names when I'm
Hmm.
talking about it. Yeah, so Ebihara Suzumi, in her PR video, she was just playing the guitar and singing, but I really like her voice. And I was like, I'm not getting irritated watching this, and I don't want to skip her video. So this is really nice.
Nice.
Um, so Tanaka Koto, she's not in my top 11, but I still like her PR video. So in the beginning
Mm.
of her video, she was like acting like a flight attendant basically. And then she started beatboxing and then she started breakdancing. And I was like, this is great. I like this. I like her breakdancing and I like her beatboxing. Uchiyama Rin, she's not in my top 11, but I like her PR video. In her video, she was like, I think she was just like naming all the prefectures in Japan or something like that. Like she named
Yeah.
every single one. And then like she's also a cheerleader and she started doing some jumps and stuff. And like a few other girls said that they're cheerleaders, but they didn't really do anything. They just said, I'm a cheerleader. And then like they didn't do anything. So I'm just like, okay, I'm glad that she actually did a few jumps and she looked good doing it. So I'm like, that's
Mm.
great. Nakamura Kotone, first of all, she looks like Hikaru to me. She looks like a cute version of her to me. And in her video, she literally just did a magic trick. And I'm just like, I like that. I love magic tricks. I don't care if it's something basic. She had like a coin and like, I don't know if it was in one hand and it flipped here or something like that, but it was cute and I liked it. And she's in my top 11 for that. And then Takami Ayane, in her video, she did like a tea ceremony, like a matcha tea ceremony or something. I just felt like it was charming and it also felt kind of different too because a lot of the videos were kind of chaotic and then she just felt like kind of calm. And something about her energy, like I feel like she fits Purple Kiss. She
Mm.
kind
She
of
looked
like
like one of the
fits,
girls.
yeah, she fits that vibe pretty much. So yeah. So Ebihara with the guitar, Nakamori and Takami are in my top 11. And then the other two, I just like their videos. So maybe they have a chance
Honorable
to
mention.
yeah, honorable mentions basically. So I hope that do you remember any of these when you're watching them or not really?
The PR videos.
Mm-hmm. Because there was a
I
lot. So
there was a lot. I mean, the only one that really stuck out was Miss Crunchy Girl. I was
Mm,
like, because I already was looking at her because I was like, for me, I was going through all the videos. I'm like, this is a lot, and no one's really like sticking out to me. But when I saw her dance, I'm like, oh, great.
mm.
There's something here.
Yep. All
And
right. I'll
not to get off
pass.
topic, there's like quite a few survival shows going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot, but
So I
yeah.
feel like I'm like gonna split a little bit, but I was not as diligent of a student issue, so I didn't put their English one. So I have my phone to help me with that.
Hmm.
The last four, I only know because they're pretty. So I'm not going to talk about them. So Sudo Sakura, who is my number one right now, I feel like she did better than Miyu. Like personally, I like this is what I would prefer as a center.
Was she the one behind Miyu in the
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was a good second choice for center too.
I mean, and it's no like I think there's different vibes to how you can approach it. I
Mm,
just feel like I like the ones that's like I need to remember you, and I feel like Miyu was just like a glass of milk. Like it's good, it's there, but I need something more. But I don't know. That's just
yeah.
kind of like my thing. No offense to me because she did like breathe
Mm,
like objectively good, but I needed some extra spice.
I
You
get
know what I
what you
mean?
mean. I feel like if it was Korea, she wouldn't be good, but I feel like in Japan, she will stand out a lot because she's just very clean,
Mm,
professional,
yeah,
and when you're around a lot of rookies, that's actually very different.
I can understand that. It's her third time trying, so understandably so. I'm gonna probably pronounce his name so I'm so sorry. Uh, Murakami Rion. Um,
I
I
don't
liked.
think that's who I don't think that's number two because number two is Kokoro.
Oh, yeah, it is Kokoro. Yeah, I saw her face. I was like, I put you first. But anyway, Kokoro. I'll talk about her. Thank you. I can't deny that she's good. Like she's good, and I don't mind that. So shout out to her. I think. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't. I have them in my phone because I was going through them. So if I say their names in the wrong order, forgive me. Because I want to talk about my Rion because I thought she danced very cleanly. I like what she added to the stage. Um, she's number four on my list, but she's number like three on my in my phone. But she was really good, and I appreciated what she gave. You know what I mean? Um, my number three is number four. Uh, Nakamoru Riro. Am I saying it right? I don't know. I hope not. Hope wrong. I hope I'm saying it right. But uh,
Number
three.
so number four is Nakamura. Number three looks like Momona, I think.
Yeah, I hope this shows up. Oh,
Yeah,
why
it's
doesn't
not
I?
it's not gonna show up. It's not gonna show up.
I'm just gonna talk about who I like, okay, guys? I'm still figuring them all out, but um, so I have she's these names. Murakami Rion, love her. She was great at dancing.
Okay,
Naka
Murakami, yeah.
Nakamoru Riro, also really good. I liked how she emoted in her face. Um,
In her the
her dance
Fancam
video.
video.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch hers again.
Uh, Nakamori Katone, also really good. I think she's on number six on this list.
Yeah, that's number six. She's in mine too, I think. That's her.
Um,
That's the one that I said looked like Hikaru.
oh, really? So I was like,
Hmm.
but I guess I just saw her dance video and I was like, great.
Yeah, yeah.
I picked number five for a reason I don't have her in my
Yeah,
screen.
number five is Nakamura. Do you have a Nakamura?
I do. Oh yes, yes, she was beautiful. Okay, because I was like, why do I like her? But no, she was very beautiful, and I liked what she provided in the dance.
Hmm.
And now we're on to number seven, who I couldn't put as number one for obvious reasons, but Kato Kagura,
Hmm.
Kagura. Okay, what I want to know her story. Was she just? I don't know. She reminds me of a better version of the girl that I was like so gung ho about on Girls Planet. I was like, she's Japanese. She's a social media influencer. I like her. And then she was like really bad. And then I dropped her, but I feel like this is a very different thing. And then what's funny is the comments on her dance video, NPR video, they're like, oh, she's like, I guess they know like the ebbs and flows of her personality. One person was like, she's so smart, but kind of a jerk. And I'm like, oh.
Really?
Yeah, there was like one comment that's like, she's kind of a jerk, but I'm looking forward to this child and stuff like that. So she has like a weird following right now.
Okay, okay.
That
That
was just
can make
one
things
comment.
interesting.
That was just one comment. And then in the other, they're like, oh, this child can't dance. We look forward to seeing her in the finale. And I'm like, oh, so we're all on the same page here.
Hmm, hmm,
And
hmm.
I feel like Japan loves to see an underdog story, loves to see, because I think this is my assumption, but I think they really appreciate hard work. And considering that she has no dance experience, no stage experience, and was able to at least get it to that point, I applaud her. But we have to talk about her
She
moment.
did what she needs to do to be able to blend when all 100 of them do the dance in the crowd.
The reason why I love her is because I'm like, girl, that's exactly how I would have done it. I'm just gotta get it. I don't know how to do
Yeah.
this movement well either.
The only thing that I'm worried about for her is that
Mm-hmm.
I do have her in my top, but the thing is that the story of being inexperienced to like shining, that's abnormal in Korean produce because most of them are trainees. They have talent already. But in
Mm-hmm.
Japan, it's actually a very common, like that's the regular storyline because it's a bunch of
Yeah,
regular girls. So she's standing out because her fan cam is basically going viral. But besides that, like I'm sure there's going to be a lot of girls like her in like one
well,
in the show. They'll have similar stories to her.
true. Well, I mean, I they had that really, 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 really crunchy guy. That I was like, oh, he's terrible. He's getting in, and I called it then. I feel like that first few episodes, I'm like, it's gonna be him and the Chinese one and him. I don't know how I was on it that time, but I was when I saw the lineup, I was like, wait, I called about like 8 of these guys. So
Mhm.
I'm not saying that I'm calling it now. I think we'll be able to do that honestly. The first evaluation is when we'll be able to call out a good portion of them.
Mhm.
But keep an eye on her, Kokoro, the chicken number one for mine. Miyu, um, Manona.
Kasa Kasahara Momona. Yeah. I think
Yes,
her fans just
the
call her Kasa.
Casa. Keep an eye on those.
Mhm.
And then the other, how many did I just call up? 5 or 4?
Yeah.
The other 6 are to be revealed. That's my assumption.
Yeah. You want to talk about the rest of your top 8, 9, 10, 11?
They're placeholders right now.
Oh, wow. Number
I
10 used to be in my top 11, but like I just found better people.
Yeah, they're placeholders. It's honestly like I for me, I didn't want to force an 11 right now because I just was like I watched all 100 and I was like a lot of them kind of was giving similar notes, and that's fair. They're all new, well, for the most part. So I feel like their talents are going to be more so shown with the next evaluation,
Hmm.
the first evaluation, I guess, after the pick me stages.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm
Wow.
gonna pass back the host
Yeah.
if you
Did
want.
you have any favorite PR videos? Any standouts that you liked or no?
Not really. I feel like I was so burned out after all the dance videos and then I
Mm.
sat down. I was like, I'm gonna watch them, and then I was like watching the PR videos. I'm like, okay. I think the only one was Kakura. She stood out, but honestly, I think what stood out more is the I went straight to the comments to see how everyone else felt because they don't have translations from Japanese to English, so I didn't really know exactly what was fully going on. But seeing like their reception to her, I'm like, oh, she has a really interesting following. I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, I noticed that with the PR videos in general, like I understand a little bit of Japanese, but then I had to
Mhm.
use translation still. And then when I translate the comments, people would say like, "Oh, this part was so funny," and I'm just like,
Right.
"Okay, that's lost in translation because I have no idea what's going on." But I'm sure she was wonderful.
Yeah, I think it was just like the lack of me understanding what was going on. But I think hopefully, because I know with Produce Japan season two, some lovely people translated the series to English and then posted it. So I hope that there's more of that, or else it's gonna be a lot of work on my
Oh
end.
yeah,
But
I feel like the translators for at least in Produce 101 Japan, they work pretty fast. So I think we'll be able to watch it
yeah,
pretty soon. So we'll be good.
what did
Yeah.
you think of? Um, Sorry, I had a question and I forgot. Oh, the list for the first evaluation songs.
Oh, what is that list? Wait, I
It
do have it
was
up.
oh good because I was looking
Yeah.
for it up.
So yeah, I'll read off the list. So it's How You
Mm-hmm.
Like That,
Mm-hmm.
Blackpink, Cheer Up by Twice, Hype Boy by New Jeans, Love Dive by IVE, Seifuku no Mannequin by Nogizaka 46, Tokyo Girl by Perfume, Body and Soul by Speed. At first I was kind of upset at the list because I was like, why are most of the songs K-pop? But then I realized like in every Produce season, most of the songs that they cover are K-pop songs. Even Produce 101 Japan, the first season with the boys, it was mostly K-pop. And I get it because they're basically trying to make a K-pop group, but Japanese and singing in Japanese. So I was like, that makes sense. Personally, I would have preferred if they were gonna do Blackpink, do a different song because Girls Planet already gave us How You Like That. If they're gonna do Twice, maybe do one of the Japanese songs that Twice has because they have songs that are just
For the
Japanese, you
Japanese
know?
market.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So that would have been nice. I'm glad that
Yeah.
Perfume is in it though.
You know what? I would love if they did Twice is Better. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
That because that would have been fun and it would have had like a rap moment and kind
hmm
of different variety.
What I actually really wanted though was an Eyes One song because Eyes One also
Ah,
has
yes.
Japanese songs, and I feel like they
Yes.
really, really, really missed the mark with that one, you know?
Right. Maybe they'll do it for round two.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So at least we have 2 rounds of that, so we can look
Hmm.
forward to that. Yeah.
I think they would do like Beware or something.
Mm,
Sorry. I
yeah.
think because Beware had a I don't like even though I was like, oh okay, it's cute, but like when I look at all the videos of like them doing Eyes One cafes in Japan, they
hmm
love that song. It
Yeah.
has its own thing. Like I think they creep up behind someone and they do like Beware and
Mhm.
they do the dance. They have like a whole like
Oh,
little meme kind of like dance trend with that song
yeah.
there. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm expecting that to be a thing.
Well, then I hope we get that next
Yeah,
stage.
for
Well,
the
I mean, this
dance
is
and
just the
vocal.
rumored songs anyways. It might not
Right.
be true, but I feel like it's probably true.
They
So,
might switch out a song. Be like, oh, it's actually Izone Vampire for Halloween. Who knows? You know, who knows?
yeah, we'll
But
see.
I don't mind the song choices. I mean, honestly, as long as
hmm
they're because I realize I'm like I don't like this song. But then I like see them perform it, and then I end up
hmm
like loving the song, like nah nah yeah
Oh,
nah tell
yes.
me to
The first time that happened to me was when I watched Produce 48, probably because it was my
mm-hmm.
first survival show. But in
Mm-hmm.
Produce 48, they did AKB 48 High Tension. And the first time I heard the song, I was just like, nothing's happening. Like, what is this song? But after I saw one of the teams perform it, whichever team that Yoonjin was in, and then
Oh yeah,
I think Miyu was on the same team, and she rearranged it, and then like
yeah.
Yoonjin's voice and the singing, I was like, "Whoa, this song is fire!" And I'm obsessed with that song. So yeah, basically, I'm agreeing with you. You're right. Like sometimes after we see them
Do it.
create their own thing, yes, then I come back, and then we're like, "Wait, this song was good the whole time." I need that with
Yeah.
Eyes One's Japanese music.
Oh, I understand. Who knows what if they might get redeemed by them doing a little something extra. But yeah, it's
hmm
exciting.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think over what are your over unless you have other ideas. I know I sent you the video of them dancing to the theme song at like the baseball park.
Yeah, I only
Um,
skimmed through it. I feel like I didn't really see anything new that we haven't seen.
all I
So
saw was I was like, great, I see the feet. Now I can learn it.
yeah, yeah, you get the full body shot so we can learn it easily. Uh
But I think overall thoughts for this. Um, I guess I would like to question,
Hmm.
do you think that they'll give them the same benefits that they give the boy groups? Like bring them over to America for KCON, da 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 da, or do you think it's going to be a different experience for them?
No, I think it will be the same. I think they'll be in KCON Japan and they'll be in KCON in LA.
Hmm.
And that's just because that's basically an Mnet group. And I feel like
Hmm.
I don't know how they do their budgeting or whatever, but I feel like Mnet for sure, like they'll make more profit doing more in-house groups than,
Yeah,
you know,
outsourcing.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's why like JO1 and I come here every year because if they don't have American fans, the Japanese fans are willing to fly and pay for that. So
Yeah. I'm curious. No one shoot me down. No one tie me to a stick and burn me at the stake here. But can they give these groups better songs?
I like JO1 songs.
I think I'm referring more so to I and I
Oh,
because
yeah, I feel
I
like JO1 are like their babies, so they get better songs. Like they're the
I feel like I keep singing Rocketeer, but not because I like it, because I know it's
oh.
not good. But it's like I want to like them, but they just don't have the material. And I guess my fear is they're going to be like Promise Nine before Promise Nine got took into Hype.
Mm.
And I love Promise Nine before they got into Hype, but I just also another Mnet group, mind you. So it's not off base here. But I
Hmm.
feel like I want them to invest, truly invest in this one. I don't know.
Personally,
Sorry.
I think they will invest
Okay.
a lot, and that's just because think about the girl group market right now. So
Yeah.
NiziU blew up, and that's because NiziU debuted right when E-Girls disbanded. So there was a spot there for a
So
good girl
you
group.
good eye.
AKB48, who knows what the hell's going on with them? When this group
Mm-hmm.
debuts, I feel like they're going to be taking those fans essentially. You know what I mean? Like every time
Interesting.
a group disbands, there's basically a gap that needs to be filled. And I feel like this girl group is going to take that AKB, not the full gap, because AKB, like as a brand itself, is still so huge. It won't take
Mm-hmm.
everything, but I feel like they'll be big enough that they'll want to invest.
I hope so, because I think it needs you needs some needs a competitor to make them sweat it out just a little
Yeah.
bit, just a little
Yeah.
bit. I think they've been enjoying their space a little bit too much. They've been getting a little bit. They need to. They need some competition. I think that's the case, and also the Hybe slash Japanese recording girl group. I don't know what's going on with them.
Moonchild.
Yeah, it's.
I d-
I
I
know
just
this is a
wish Ruan should have been on
in
this
this show.
show.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, I agree. I'm not
they
trying to.
announced the comeback and Ruan's
Mhm.
not in it, by the way.
Well,
So
it's
I'm about to
like
unfollow the page.
right. It's kind of like Destiny's Child beyond without Beyonce in the early years. You know what I mean? No
Mhm.
offense. Like the other
Mm.
girls are lovely, but yeah, I don't know.
She's like
But
she's the center of the group and
yeah, yeah. But nevertheless, I'm excited for this show.
mhm,
I'm excited for new talent. I think it's been long overdue for a female produced Japan,
mhm,
but I don't know. I'm excited. I don't want this podcast to run too long,
mhm.
but I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say, but other than I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the show once we see the first episode. I do want to say that because I got into a very brief conversation on Twitter about it.
Okay.
It was just a friendly conversation, not an argument.
No,
But
I don't know who. I was like, oh.
okay. Yeah, so someone was asking about like since international fans can't vote. I know they did
Right.
some small thing last year for I, but usually we can't vote. Someone was asking like, "Oh, how do Japanese voters usually vote?" And I will say that Japanese people tend to drop their one pick easily, who they feel is safe in order to save someone else. That's basically what happened to Ruichi. It's not just that she only had international fans, it's also that a lot of people dropped because her Japanese fan base stopped voting for her to save shouting. A lot of people dropped Keita. I'm assuming that they dropped Keita to vote for Gunwook. And the same thing happened Produce 101 season 1 of Japan. My one pick, and I couldn't vote. My one pick was safe. He was always like top seven. In an 11-member girl group, top seven is usually relatively safe. They dropped him to vote for all his other friends who debuted. So his friends debuted and then he didn't debut. I don't know if this happened in season two, but from the rankings that I saw, it kind of happened to Anthony and it kind of happened to another person. So I will say that I feel like,
Don't get happy with our lineup
yeah,
quite
don't get
yet.
too excited. And we always say that anyways, like Girls Planet, Produce, Chuang, we always say like don't get too excited with the top whatever.
Right.
But the reason I brought up is because it's more so true in Produce 101 Japan. Like no one is safe really except for the center.
So you think Muse is a shoe in?
Yeah, because in Produce 101 Japan, the center usually debuts in the top three.
She just was on chill mode for me.
Yeah, we'll see how she is on the show because I kind of felt that way about Sakura, not from the theme song, because I feel like in the theme song she was good, but when I watched Produce 101, like I'm sorry, Produce 48, the actual show, I was like, she's not giving until I saw her actual performance, the group performance. I was like, okay,
Uh-huh.
she's good. So I feel like Miyu might be the same. She's okay now, and then I feel like once we see what she's giving, we'll see
So
why they chose her.
interesting because I was like, girl, I don't know who you are with that red bob, but you giving. And then I don't know, I had a different experience, but I love hearing like other experiences because I was like, oh, okay, I can see that perspective for
Yeah,
sure.
usually as a show goes on, you start to appreciate people more. So we'll see how it is for her. And Produce 101 Japan, the reason why I like that show too is because they don't write stupid drama like Mnet.
Oh,
So
I see.
you'll basically end up liking all of the trainees. There's not going to be any shy. The drama that they write is more like, I'm so stressed, I can't do it, I don't want to disappoint my team, and then they work hard and then they get it done. It's not like Dayan, Shai beefing like that, or the fake drama that they made with Fu Yaning and
Oh,
Yujin. Like, there's no fake drama. It's just more like building up, like the intensity of like we have to
getting the
perform and we have to
stage
perform
done.
well, exactly, which
No,
I
okay,
like. And
okay.
like, yeah, I like that. I'm hoping that they don't change it up with the girl season, like how Mnet had Girls Planet, Girls War, and then Boys Planet was I don't know whatever they
We're
were.
come
Yeah, we're coming
together.
together, whatever. Like, I hope they don't do that for Produce 101 Japan, the girls, because I like the way that they did the boys season.
Girls War.
Yeah, that's all I had to say, though. Those are my final thoughts.
I have one more thought. Internet
Hmm.
is sick for that Girls War. I hate them for that.
Yes.
That's all I think we have, but I'm excited. I feel like I'm just like a neutral party right now. I'm like Switzerland. I'm like, everyone have fun.
Yep.
Closing thoughts?
No, I'm just curious to know other people's top 11. And like to us, I feel like this is mostly new faces. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if people have any, and also it's just hard to get into the J-pop tea
Yeah.
and all those details and stuff. So I feel like if anyone has any information on any trainee that they want to share, then just go ahead and share it. Because the only one that I really know, like I said, Ishidan and Girls, that she left the group. And then Kasa, I know that she's getting like mixed between hate and love because people are like, oh, you left this group to date because you want to be a K-pop idol. And then other people are just supporting her. So I'm just like, okay, there's a lot of tea with her too. So I just want to hear all the tea that people have about anyone because I'm nosy.
Leave it in the comments. We want to learn. But that's all I think I have to say.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our first podcast about Girls Planet, not Girls Planet, god dang it,
Mm,
man. About
mm.
we're gonna take a while. Produce 101 Japan, the girls, season 3. We're looking forward to covering this season and hopefully make more content about these girls and who knows, maybe some other seasons about other survival shows. But if you have any of your favorite top 11s, please let us know in the comments. And any of your favorite PR videos, let us know. And who are you rooting for? And who do you know from a previous project that we did not mention, so we can learn? I think we covered it. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.